Hello to everyone. I am Dr. Alkesh Agrawal, and in this lecture, I'll mainly discuss about balanced modulator. Then I'll discuss about the process of generation of double sideband full carrier amplitude modulated signal, followed by the discussion of process of generation of double sideband suppressed carrier amplitude modulated signal. Then I'll discuss about the analysis of double sideband full carrier AM generation, and the last we'll discuss about the analysis of double sideband suppressed carrier AM generation. So these are some reference books. The first book is Communication Systems, authored by Simon Hagen, and their book is Principles of Communication Systems, authored by H. Taub and D.L. Schilling. So this particular slide shows the circuit diagram of a balanced modulator, which mainly consists of a class A push-pull amplifier, which mainly consists of two transistors, transistor 1 and transistor 2. So since transistor is a current control device, so we have this IC1 collector current for transistor 1 and IC2 the collector current for transistor 2, that mainly depends upon the kind of input voltages being fed at the base of these two transistors. So here we can see the input signals in two different colors, in black color and in red color. So when the input signals that are being shown in black color are being fed at these two input terminals at this point and this point, we have the generation of double sideband full carrier, whereas when at these two input terminals we have the signals which are being marked by red color are being fed, we have the generation of a double sideband suppressed carrier amplitude modulated signal, and these will be further discussed in detail in the subsequent slides. So in short, this is a main circuit diagram for the generation of two kinds of amplitude modulated signal, which mainly consist of class A push-pull amplifier. So here I will discuss in detail. So now again we have a class A push-pull amplifier, where at this input terminal we are feeding a carrier signal AC cos omega CT. At this input terminal we are feeding MT is equal to AM cos omega MT, that is a message signal. So at this point, when this carrier signal is being fed, it is being induced at this point with positive polarity, at this point the negative reverse polarity. So at the base of this transistor we have these kind of combination of signals of voltages as CT plus MT, and at the base of this transistor 2 we have the signals or the voltage levels at combination of minus CT plus MT. So we can see over here that the message signal is being fed in phase, whereas the carrier signal is being fed out of phase, which is 180 degree out of phase. So when the currents are being induced, IC1 and IC2, they are being again they are reverse in direction, so they are being subtracted to generate a double sideband full carrier. The analysis will further be discussed in detail in the subsequent slides. So since transistor is a current control device, so we have this nonlinear relationship between current and voltage as I is equal to A0 plus A1V plus A2 V square, that is being used for the analysis of this circuit diagram for the generation of double sideband full carrier. So here is being written in short of what I have already explained, that is the carrier signal as well as the message signal is being fed to class A push-pull amplifiers shown in figure 2, where the modulating signal is being fed to the two transistors in phase, but the carrier signal is being fed out of phase. So we have at the input of the transistor 1 we have CT plus MT, and at the input of the transistor 2 we have minus CT plus MT, and at this point, which is center tapped output of push-pull, we get the modulated output signal, and these two currents are being subtracted. Then we have the same circuit, but here the input signals are being reversed. So at this input terminal we have now the message signal, and at this input terminal we have the carrier signal. So what we can differentiate in this figure 3 is that now the carrier signal is in the same phase, where the message signal is out of phase, and again these IC1 and IC2 are being in reverse direction, are being subtracted following this nonlinear relationship, and therefore we get an appropriate double sideband suppressed carrier signal out of the center tapped output of a push-pull amplifier. So again, these points are being written over here, which shows, which again are summarized as the carrier signal, and again the message signal is being fed to the two input terminals of a class A push pull amplifier. Now in this case, the carrier signal is in the same phase, whereas the modulating signal is out of phase, which is 180 degree out of phase. So at the input of transistor 1 we have CT plus empty, but at the input of the transistor 2 we have CT minus empty. And again the two currents are get subtracted as shown in figure 3. So now this is very important analysis for the generation of double sideband full carrier. So again this nonlinear relationship is being followed where the IC1 depends upon CT plus MT. So IC1 is equal to A0 plus A1. In place of V we have CT plus MT, in place of V square we have CT plus MT whole square, where IC2 depends upon minus CT plus MT. So IC2 is equal to A0 plus A1 minus CT plus MT, using replace in place of V, and in place of V square we have minus CT plus MT whole square. Now if we squared these two values and we do this operation of IC1 minus IC2, so this A0 will cancel out, this value will nullify. So we have this minus this is 2A1 CT, so this is 2A1 CT, and we get the product, that is 4A2 CT into MT. If we put the value of CT and MT, we get 2A1 AC cos 2 pi FCT and 4A2 AC AM cos 2 pi FMT into cos 2 pi FCT. If we use the trigonometric relationship, we get this kind of relationship. IC is equal to 2A1 AC cos 2 pi FCT plus 2A2 AC AM, and these are using the trigonometry we get to cos omega C plus omega MT and cos omega C minus omega MT. So this kind of expression shows the generation of double sideband full carrier. This is the upper sideband lower sideband with the generation of the carrier. So this is very important analysis that depends upon this non-linear relationship and the kind of voltages that are being fed at the input of the two transistors. Similarly, we have this kind of analysis for generation of double sideband suppressed carrier. Here we know that in the input of transistor 1 we have a CT plus MT. So IC1 depends upon this kind of expression, and IC2, for IC2 we have V is CT minus MT. So we have IC2 is equal to A0 plus A1 CT minus MT plus A2 CT minus MT whole square. Again we'll subtract the value of IC2 from IC1, and on subtracting we now this value will be nullified because this will be added up. So we have 2A1 MT plus 4A2 CT into MT. Now in this expression we see that in IC this expression we do not have a carrier signal. So this component can be filtered out. So what we get is suppressed carrier. We have a double sideband suppressed carrier signal, and this is the analysis process which shows how this double sideband suppressed carrier is being generated out of the balanced modulator. Thank you.